here to celebrate their graduation. Thank you for the families, the battle buddies, the cadre, and all relatives and friends who supported these soldiers along the way. Thank you for guiding and inspiring them to be a part of the Army Aviation family. May your spirit continue to guide and watch over these soldiers wherever they go from here. I make this prayer of gratitude in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Please be seated. Army aviation maintenance training began at Fort Eustis, Virginia in 1954. Since its beginning, Fort Eustis has continued a legacy of maintenance training excellence, training active duty, National Guard, and Army Reserve soldiers, along with Air Force personnel and international partners with a lineage that dates back to Operation Just Cause in Panama. The Army redesignated the United States Army Aviation Logistics School as the 128th Aviation Brigade on February 1st, 2012. Today, the 128th Aviation Brigade trains over 5,500 soldiers annually in every Army aviation helicopter specialty. A 15 Bravo aircraft power plant repairer is responsible for diagnosing, troubleshooting, disassembling, and reassembling, as well as maintaining turbine engine assemblies and systems for the UH-60 Blackhawk, CH-47 Chinook, and the AH-64 Apache. They also perform operational checks and ensure the engine systems are safe and ready for flight. The guest speaker for today's ceremony is Captain Jana Reinhardt. Captain Reinhardt commissioned in the U.S. Army and is currently serving as the commander of Delta Company 1st Battalion, Triple Deuce Aviation Regiment. Please refer to Captain Reinhardt's biography in your program to learn more about his selfless service to our nation. Please join us in giving a warm welcome to Captain Jana Reinhardt.
Good morning, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, distinguished guests, and most importantly, today's graduates. I'm Captain Reinhardt, commander of Delta Company, and I'm honored to be here today to speak with you, and thank you to the soldiers who requested me as your guest speaker today. It's always an honor to speak at a graduation, especially when it's a group of my soldiers that's graduating. These soldiers have spent the last 4 months under my command in Delta Company, and while I haven't been able to spend as much time with them as I would have liked, we've had some good times and some memorable moments. They've not only learned how to be aviation maintainers, but they have completed the soldierization process. And the Army just celebrated its 250th birthday, and I can assure you that in those 250 years, we've learned a thing or two about taking civilians and turning them into soldiers. And your sons and daughters have learned a bit about it too. They probably don't realize just how much they've changed since they reported to basic half a year ago. It's always hard to recognize changes within ourselves because they happen gradually day by day. But I'm sure that you, their family and friends, their loved ones, will notice that a great deal of change has taken place in them. When they arrived at Delta Company, I asked them to list some of the characteristics of a soldier. Actually, I asked them, when you were 5 years old and someone said the word soldier, what did you envision? What did a soldier represent to you? And they listed all the characteristics that you might expect. They said a soldier is strong, disciplined, confident, proud, composed, capable. And I encouraged them to continue along that soldierization path and to become the person that their 5-year-old self envisioned. And now they stand before you a little taller. Their shoulders are squared, their heads are held high, their chests are puffed out, and they speak with greater confidence and control. Because when they left home, they were your sons and daughters, they were your children, and they'll always be your children. But today, now, they're also soldiers. They've been through a lot of challenges during their 4 months here at Fort Eustis, from dealing with drill sergeants who are not always the most friendly and outgoing people to deal with, to trying to eat at the DFAC for 4 months and not get food poisoning, to enduring the ice-cold showers that we've had in Delta Company for the last week. But hey, they were warm this morning, weren't they? They've learned a lot and they've grown a lot, and now they stand before you, fully trained and qualified soldiers. They're being entrusted with a vitally critical task, that of keeping our helicopters in the air. Attention to detail and integrity are paramount in your chosen careers. This country needs soldiers. It needs good soldiers. Men and women of integrity who are willing to support and defend the Constitution, our freedoms, and the American way of life. Aviation exists to support the warfighter on the ground, like most other MOSs in the Army. I want you always to remember, because I can tell you from personal experience, see, I spent the first 2/3 of my Army career as an enlisted soldier, much like yourselves. It's only been the last few years I've been a commissioned officer. And while I may be the only non-aviation commander here, I can appreciate the job that you do from the other side of the coin, because I've been that warfighter on the ground being dropped off on target in the middle of the night to do bad things to bad people. And it's been my trust in you and your abilities to keep those helicopters operational to ensure that I not only get to target, but that when the job is done, I get to come home. So the work that you do is vitally important. Don't ever take that for granted. Remember that when you make sure that aircraft is in tip-top shape and performing the way it's supposed to, it guarantees that those soldiers, after a hard night of doing bad things, get to go home and see their loved ones. Never doubt how important the work you do is, not only for the aviation crew, but for the soldiers on the ground and their loved ones back home. To our 3 international soldiers, I hope that you had a good time here at Fort Eustis. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope you take all the lessons learned and the knowledge back to your units and make them better. I want to congratulate all of you on the accomplishments that you've made during your time here at Fort Eustis. I want you to know that we wish you the very best of luck going forward, and we look forward to seeing what this Army career has in store for you. Always know that we are proud of you, your families are proud of you, and your nation is proud of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor that we will now present diplomas to the graduates. Please feel free to move around and take photos throughout the presentation. The distinguished graduate is that soldier who received the highest marks throughout the course. These graduates are selected on academic standing, leadership, physical fitness, and discipline. The distinguished graduate will receive a certificate of achievement from the 128th Aviation Brigade and a brigade coin. The distinguished graduate for 15 Bravo Aircraft Power Plant Repairer Class 004-25 is Private First Class Glenny Montenegro Herrera. Private Glenny Montenegro Herrera is from Durango, Mexico, and will be assigned to 1st Battalion, 3rd Aviation Regiment, Katterbach, Germany. The honor graduate is that soldier who is the second highest graduate of their class. They will receive a certificate of achievement from the 128th Aviation Brigade. The honor graduate for 15 Bravo Aircraft Power Plant Class 004-25 is Specialist Putic 9. Specialist Putic 9 is from Elmhurst, New York, and will be assigned to 602nd Aviation Support Battalion, Camp Humphreys, Korea. Specialist James Contreras. Specialist James Contreras is from La Vega, Dominican Republic, and will be assigned to 42nd Combat Aviation Brigade, Aviation Support Facility, New York National Guard. Specialist Han Liu. Specialist Han Liu is from Houston, Texas, and will be assigned to the 158th Aviation Regiment, Aviation Support Facility, Texas Reserves. Specialist Miguel Antonio Picardo Colon. Specialist Miguel Antonio Picardo Colon is from Mocha, Dominican Republic, and will be assigned to 42nd Combat Aviation Brigade, Aviation Support Facility, New York National Guard. Private Second Class Shane Farland. Private Shane Farland is from Battle Creek, Michigan, and will be assigned to 238th Aviation Regiment, Aviation Support Facility, Michigan National Guard. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor your graduates as they prepare to take the next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Private Second Class Margaret Lake. Private Margaret Lake is from Missoula, Montana, and will be assigned to the 189th Aviation Regiment, Fort William Henry Harrison, Montana National Guard. Private Second Class Cameron Miner. Private Cameron Miner is from Ware, Massachusetts, and will be assigned to the 126th Aviation Regiment, Hanscom Air Force Base, Massachusetts, National Guard. Private Second Class Joshua Tinch. Private Joshua Tinch is from Fishers, Indiana, and will be assigned to the 38th Combat Aviation Brigade, Stout Army Airfield, Indiana National Guard. Private Second Class Bennett Wardlow. Private Bennett Wardlow is from Jonesboro, Arkansas, and will be assigned to the 77th Aviation Brigade, Camp Robinson, Arkansas, National Guard. Private Second Class Joseph Michel. Private Joseph Michel is from Lebanon, Connecticut, and will be assigned to the 142nd Aviation Regiment, Aviation Support Facility, Connecticut National Guard. Sergeant First Class Marcos Kinji. Sergeant Marcos Kinji is from Brazil and has served in the Brazilian Army for 20 years. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take the next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Staff Sergeant Wesley Gomez Costa. Sergeant Wesley Gomez Costa is from Brazil and has served in the Brazilian Army for 12 years. Private First Class Luboslav Tomcho. Private Luboslav Tomcho is from Slovak Republic and has served in the Slovak Air Force for 2 years. Private Second Class Joshua Broom. Private Joshua Broom is from Maripah, Louisiana, and will be assigned to 160th Special Operation Aviation Regiment, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Private Second Class Alejandro Mani. Private Alejandro Mani is from Chicago, Illinois, and will be assigned to 160th Special Operation Aviation Regiment, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take the next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, we present the newest members of the Army Aviation family. We now turn to a special part of our ceremony. The distinguished graduate will present a token of appreciation to Captain Reinhardt. This symbolizes our sincere gratitude for their presence and the wisdom they have imparted. Their words today have not only enlightened us, but have also added a meaningful dimension to this important milestone in our graduates' journey. The team of non-commissioned officers and civilian instructors who trained and mentored the graduates are assigned to the 1st Lieu Triple Deuce Aviation Regiment and 2nd Battalion 210th Aviation Regiment. Together, this outstanding team instructed your soldiers in discipline, physical fitness, warrior tasks and battle drills, and fundamental aviation maintenance practices. They led and mentored America's sons and daughters so that one day they too may become a non-commissioned officer. The drill sergeants and instructors for today's graduating classes are Drill Sergeant Nicholas Thompson and Staff Sergeant Hayden Libhart. Please join us in giving a round of applause to these outstanding drill sergeants and instructors. Please rise for the playing of the Aviation Song and the Army Song. We ask that all soldiers in uniform remain standing and join us in reciting the Aviation Mechanics Creed and Soldier's Creed. Family and friends, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's graduation ceremony. Please come forward to congratulate your soldiers and take photographs. Thank you for attending Above the Best, Born Under Fire.